perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Rodgers wants to change the look. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the 1st down.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Now they'll change things up. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This completes a Corley. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Back north.
Here's Rodgers. Throw right side, Wilson. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Niners will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
They begin on the ground with Guerrero. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard. Back to throw, Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Purdy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Purdy. It's complete to Chris Conley. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Second and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Conley's got it over the middle. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And Purdy, he's going to shift them around into something else. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Ricky Pearsall. In the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he goes out right around the 39.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
19 Tiger.
Now Purdy. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagle. Check go.
Purdy going to give it to Garindo.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
You see Purdy. He's going to shift them around.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. They'll try the middle with Garindo. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
60
Purdy from the gun.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Purdy now to throw.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
19 Tiger. 60 Eagle.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
19 Tiger.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Throwing is Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers going to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. The 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception, a lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick six, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Throwing here, Purdy. And he's got it. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. 2nd and 2. That's caught at the 1. Touchdown. Isaac Guerrero. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to the
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Ford Field. Williams now to return. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll go play action with Goff. He's going to test this secondary right away. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And now it's going to be third down.
Nice job there by the defender. He's able to break up the pass, but I think if he's able to get there just a little bit sooner, now you can get two hands on the ball and give yourself a chance to come down with an even bigger play and come away with the pick.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
So, on fourth down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. Jacob Cowing deep to receive it. Take it in, back at his own. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. First and 10. He'll throw to begin with Purdy. That'll be caught right side by the rookie wideout. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10. They'll put Ayuk in motion. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On second down, Purdy. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Purdy going to give this to Guerrero. They get 15 on that game. First down, 49ers. Purdy to throw. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They'll give it to Guerrero. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down. Here's Purdy. To the goal line and in. Isaac Guerrero. Touchdown, San Francisco.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. Their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Now, Jake Moody for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. On the return, it's Williams. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Quickly, they get it into the hands of Williams. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Well, let's give the defense a little credit here. You talk about read and reacting quickly. They recognize the screen right out of the jump, and he's able to beat the blocker to the spot and keep him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. He connects with St. Brown. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after So 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And he'll get to the 40 on a short gain. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. On play action, Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And the Niners are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing. Inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Purdy. Quickly to Ayuk. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Throwing on second down is Purdy. This is intercepted. Picked off by Terrion Arnold.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Goff in the pistol. He'll set up the screen to Montgomery. He's across midfield.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Two minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Bates' kick is good. And the Lions are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. This just makes it to the landing zone. It's taken at the 18. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That is caught down Downfield by Pearsall. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 37 yards. First and 10 for Purdy. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Here's a run. Down to the 4, it'll be second and goal. Now a timeout signal for them, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. Inside the 5, it is second and goal. Now Purdy. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Third and goal. Purdy. He's in. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. Here's Williams on the return. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll come up here. First and 10. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Purdy now on second down. That's Over the middle to Kittle. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. Purdy on first down. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll throw again with Purdy. Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Purdy gonna put it up again. That's hauled in once again. It's Ayuk. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Again in the air for Purdy. That to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Ennis Rakestraw.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
No chance at all. He'll go down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
A second down throw for Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Tarvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
On 2nd down, a run with Garendo. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and 6. They'll put Ayuk in motion. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Again, working deep downfield. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On 1st and 10, Purdy. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
So you do a great job all game long. You build up a lead here late in the 4th quarter, but now you get sloppy. This turnover all of a sudden brings a renewed sense of energy to your opponent, who a minute ago thought this game was over, and now they got a little life.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's going to try it here again. That is caught! And he will score! Game on. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
If they don't come up with this, the game is over. But now, anything can happen. You've got plenty of time, down 3. The first job, make sure you at least get the ball in field goal range to force overtime. But if the opportunity presents, try to win this thing in regulation.
So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to have a 1st down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9. Now Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
So here comes 3rd and 5. To throw is Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. And here we go, 4th and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
Pretty simple here, Mike. Every team, they have this sheet up in the box. It's their own analytics telling them when to go for it, when not to go for it. And in this spot, their metrics say go for it, sneaks the call, 1st down.
They'll drop to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. They still have all 3 timeouts, and here we go with 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. Now they are in business, inside the 15-yard line.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best 1st down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
To the outside, that's St. Brown. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. He pulls it in around the 5. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal. Goff. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
It is 3rd and goal. Goff to throw. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. He gets free to the 20. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, San Francisco. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way, a back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. 76. Here's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Goff. He's going to look downfield once again. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
So a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. And it was their defense that led the way, forced 4 turnovers in the game. That is hard to overcome historically for any team. That held true again here today as those takeaways pave the way to victory. Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. They'll put Ayuk in motion. For an opener, Purdy to throw. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
Cowboy 80. Set go.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Sending a receiver right. Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. On second down, Hurst, and he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. The play clock down to 0. And this, not the best of sequences. The task now, a really tough one. Third and very long. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Tennessee. And the Rams will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
10. Ready.
Play action now for Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. That's the safety, Talanoa Hufanga on the tackle. Here comes 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. Caught by Nakua on the out route. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Stafford to throw it. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Guerrero. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. Throwing on second down is Purdy. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Go.
On third down, it's Purdy. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
Happy Lion. Happy 11.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back in the Bay Area after this.
Ready? Let's go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Check go.
On first and 10, it's Purdy. That one intercepted. Picked off by Quentin Lake. He's to the 40. Still going. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Rams. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Rams will take a 7-0 lead. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. $7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Bronco 80. Go.
On first and 10, Purdy. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Get up.
Here comes Guerrero. And he'll get about 5.
Hurry, 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 hurry. Cowboy 80. Ready, ready.
Purdy now on second down.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Third and short. Purdy. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Viking 18. Buffalo 18. Hut, hut.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Down at the 12. It's first and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolf.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Isaac Guerrero, the intended target, coming out of the backfield. And it'll be second down.
Come on, set. Ready.
Throwing again is Purdy. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. On third down, here's Guerrero. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Isaac Guerrero. Touchdown, 49ers. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Stafford. He's going to look deep. Going to Kupp. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Off play action. It's Stafford. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Now a timeout Rams. That's number 2. As the clock stops, 50 seconds to play until halftime.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Stafford now on 2nd down. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, L.A. Cardi now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Rams will move out to a 14-7 lead. Closing seconds of this first half, and this kickoff is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Set up. Warrior 70.
Purdy on 1st down. And that ball incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
60 Eagle.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A first down throw for Purdy. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Williams. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing. So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
70 Lion.
Throwing on first down is Purdy. This one complete right side. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Half the 60. Half the 60. Hut, hut.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first.
Cougar 19.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is first down and goal.
70 Ranger. Check go.
Throwing is Purdy. It is brought in the end zone. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, San Francisco. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. First and 10.
Take 22. Set.
The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on third down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
Now he'll air one out. And the Niners will take over here just past the 30.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
They'll come up for first and 10.
Ready? Cowboy 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Huh.
From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll tuck it and take off. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Purdy quickly to Ayuk. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Here comes second down.
Here we go. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready, ready?
They'll drop to throw. That ball intercepted. And the Rams will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
On the ground, Williams. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Williams. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
Stay 50, stay 50. Check.
Here's Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. 17 yards that time for number 17.
A clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game as they approach midfield now. They've got to keep an eye on the clock. They've got to find a way to get this ball into field goal range, stop the clock, and see if your kicker could be a hero.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
To throw, Purdy. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
18, Pioneer.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And 3rd down coming up.
Here we go, here we go. Mustang 19. Hot, hot.
They need 2. Here's Purdy. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Going up top. And that's going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. So it's a win for the visiting Rams. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, set.
Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
22 needle, double, 38. Ready?
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Now 2nd and 9. Love from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I want to see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Down. Green jack.
Now Love. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Shut up. Cup 19. Cup 19. 65.
Ayuk goes in motion. Here's Purdy. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. But their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. We got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Boy, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he stopped immediately there. 3rd down and 1. A run. It's Watson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Matt LaFleur, some confidence in his offense. His guys going here on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll run with Watson. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing. Love. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
And they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long.
Here we go. Here we go. Black Ultra. Blaster 6. Drill green. Ready.
Love. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey.
And some room to maneuver.
Now he's free up the right sideline. Christian McCaffrey inside the 20.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey,
88 yards.
And the 49ers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Jake Moody now for the point after.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Let's go.
Love, he's going to change the play here.
That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Come on, set. Ready?
To pass, here's Jordan Love.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Set, ready, set.
Love looking to throw it. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
22 middle. Double, 38. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
52. Red, cycle. Hut.
To throw now. Here's Love. Quick slant to Watson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Hut.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
Let's go. Go set.
2nd down and a yard.
97. 43 rail. Hut.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
Ready.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Purdy will set up to throw it here. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing here, Purdy. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Back to throw, Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else.
Go. Now a play fake here on first down. Intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here we go.
Here's Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Final play of the half, Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Purdy
connects with Kittle underneath. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Purdy going to give it to Garindo. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Here is third down and 4. And now they'll shift things around. Purdy looking to throw. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Purdy.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5. Purdy now to throw.
Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Operating from the gun. Purdy.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. Back to throw.
Purdy. He's got Ayuk once again.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
19 Tiger. 7 Pirate.
Purdy from the gun.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Niners have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
52 blaster. Down. You, yellow. Six, Mega.
Now Love.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
Oh, what a juke into space.
Down the left sideline.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Romeo Dobbs.
59 yards.
And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They begin on the ground with Guerrero.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Purdy. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
19. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Hook.
Looking to throw. Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. A handoff running right, Garindo. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Set. Ready.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Purdy to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Go.
On 4th down, here's Purdy. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Already here, they'll audible to something else.
They go play fake. Mahomes. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards right off the bat and a quick first down.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they pick up a quick first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Mahomes.
He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. In motion, the tight end Kelsey. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend. And usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. They're, for a tight end, some of the best hands in the game.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Mahomes going to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play.
Now it's Mahomes again. The quick slant caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins from a yard out.
And the Chiefs put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 22.
Ayuk goes in motion. Out of the gun, Purdy.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Go!
Ayuk goes in motion. Back to throw, Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. Purdy on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Mahomes now to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now Patrick going to change the play.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now they'll audible to something else. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. An audible here to get a new look. Mahomes throwing on 4th. Flush to his right. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone.